Thank you for joining the solution walkthrough. Before I take you to the actual demo application, let me set you the context and give you a background of what is AVA and what it can do for you. AVA looks similar to voice assistants out there, something like Apple Siri and Google Assistant. The only difference is Siri and Google Assistant are built for everyone, but AVA is built specifically for business users like you. We can connect AVA to any database, and it allows users to ask questions in a very natural language. For example, a user can ask something like, hey, what will be my sales by end of this month? So getting insights can be as easy as asking a question. In a nutshell, AVA is packed with some inbuilt analytics and natural language experience to get insights. Now, who are the users of AVA? AVA is essentially for business users who would like to seek insights from the data, starting from CXOs to the field level executives, someone like sales reps or sales executives. It can also be plugged into an existing application or a businesses for greater voice experience. For our demo today, I've connected AVA to a sample B2B sales data of an IT services company. Let's assume that I'm playing Bob's role, where Bob is the business development manager of an organization. And like every other sales organization, Bob also has sales reps working under him. So as we go along, I'll show what kind of questions Bob can ask AVA. Great. Let me now take a quick pause to check if you have any questions. Otherwise, we can proceed. Okay, so this is how the application looks like. It just has a microphone sitting at the bottom of the app. With the limited time that we have for this demo, I have handpicked a couple of scenarios to demonstrate key features of AVA. AVA is personal assistance for everyone. Like I said earlier, I'm going to take Bob's role to demonstrate this for you. Imagine you have a personal assistant at workplace who gives you insights from data every day. AVA brings that similar experience. So here is how Bob asks or starts his day by asking a question. Hey Ava, what are my top insights for today?
You have 3 new opportunities from Google AdWords. Your overall sales pipeline is $220,000. The status of the biggest opportunity in pipeline has been changed to closed by John. Compared to last month, opportunities from Oz channel is 60% less.
Sweet. So technically what just happened here is AVA proactively learns Bob's interest and also understands his frequently asked questions. And with that combination, AVA returns the top insights for each day. It's also interesting that AVA is context aware. Here is a scenario when Bob asks something like, hey Ava, show me the performance summary of Wilson.
Here is the performance summary of Wilson.
And then he can simply ask, how about Taylor?
Here is the performance summary of Taylor.
So here, Bob didn't have to ask the same question again, but Ava proactively understood the context and responded. Let's check another one. Ava guides the conversations to answers. So it's a conversational experience. Here's Bob asks Ava. Hey Ava, how many opportunities are likely to close by next week?
You have 2 opportunities likely to close next week. Do you want more details?
Yes, please.
Sun Life Financial with deal size of $2.5 million and Financial Times with $1.6 million.
Great. So accessing information will be that easy. You don't really need years of experience and familiarity with a BI tool to understand how to ask that question to get the data that you need. Guided conversations are the absolute value proposition AVA brings to the table. I would say AVA is not just your personal assistant, but also your taskmaster. Why would I say that? Because AVA can send emails and even AVA can remind you on a critical milestones. Let's see that in action. Hey Eva, what is the total pipeline by stage?
Here is the stage-wise split that amounts to $18.1 million.
Can you email this to me, please?
I have sent the email. You will be receiving it shortly.
Great, that's even smarter. So let's try to set a reminder and see what it does. Here you go. Please remind me when the opportunity size is greater than 1 million.
Sure, I'll keep this in mind.
So what you just saw is AVA helps to close actions on your day-to-day tasks. So that's why we call AVA as a task master. So the most important aspect is AVA knows you very well. Let's come back to the scenario where Smith is a sales rep who doesn't report to Bob. And let's see what happens when Bob asks for Smith's sales report. Hey Ava, show me the performance summary of Smith.
Sorry, you don't have access to that information.
Incredible. So Ava limits information within defined user role groups. Your information will not be shared with someone who doesn't have privilege to see your data. And above all, Ava is intelligent. Ava can give predictions based on past data. Here is a scenario where Bob wanted to know if he will meet his sales target or not. So in this case, he can simply ask Ava, hey Ava, what will be my sales by end of this month?
Your sales until now is $4.4 million. It is expected to close at $6.1 million.
Well, that was really cool prediction. Before we wind up the demo, let me now talk about a bit of a process that happens behind the scene when a question is being asked to Ava. In reality, when user asks a question something like, what's the sales last week? Immediately, Google's Dialogflow, which is the essential component of Ava, processes that voice and then convert that to voice to text, and then to intents and parameters. So here's when our solution plays a critical role. We convert the intents and parameters to an analytical query to search in the database. And then it finds the answer and then converts that back to text. So AVA then converts that to natural language and returns back to the user. And that was the long story short. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the security. AVA is built on trusted and secure platform. AVA can be deployed on customer's cloud, or we can even manage that cloud for you, which means that you can feel confident that not only your data is secure, but also your voice experience is secure. Well, that was all from product demonstration. Thank you so much.